So this week was a little bit more relaxing. We did Halloween. We stayed here on the property, just the 4 of us, and tried to make it as special as we could for the girls.
Yes, the girls were beautiful. Insert picture here. And we dressed up as the complete opposite of pretty. We did each other's makeup, and we were Dracula and Macula. That's Mommy Dracula. And it was fun.
We had fun. John, we've been together for how many years now? We've never dressed up for Halloween together, so it was kind of fun. The girls' reaction to it was funny. They didn't really know what to do, whether to scream or run or laugh, or they didn't know.
Kim and Brent, you guys would be very proud. Go figure. The first year we're apart for Halloween.
We finally dress up.
We finally dress up and just blow it out of the water.
Anyway, so Halloween was fun. Hope you guys had a good Halloween too.
We started out the week by getting a chipper right after Halloween. Yeah, I got an email about Harbor Freight. They got me. They said 15% off everything, even the big equipment. So I went and got a chipper. All right, so we bought a chipper. Show the putting it together process. So, but I got a better idea. Ah! Much better.
You did that quick, John.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in the wrist, really. You gotta flick that wrist. Remove the thumb, the opposable thumb.
All right, let's try these all-terrain knobby tires.
Nice. Cool. And I was thinking there's a lot of trees down that, stay tuned next week for the chainsaw, hopefully, episode. But the field of trees that have been knocked down from the septic, I still have to chop up into about 10-foot sections and sort the ones that I'm going to mill. And then we're going to have a whole ton of firewood plus a bunch of limbs. And it's like, what do we do with these limbs? I don't want to create a humongous fire, although that would be fun. It's just, you know, you don't want it to dry out. We have plenty of fires. It's just, let's put some of that to use. Let's chip it up and use it as some mulch. We're thinking around where the girls have their swing in the tree. We could lay a base so it's soft if they fall off, which they do. That'd be a good use for it. But just being able to get rid of limbs quickly without burning them, so that's not the safest thing to do. I guess the chipper's not the safest either when it comes to limbs and getting your hands chopped off.
That's true.
This thing, though, you stick a tree limb into it, it yanks it out of your hand. You got to be ready for that thing. Yeah, we were a few minutes in. Meg was like, "Nope, not doing this." So she was the one.
I'll hand them to you.
And it's good. It's not like you could just throw in anything. You could basically put in like up to 3 inches, and it'll chew it up and spit it out as quickly as possible. It's kind of like unfathomable, like how fast this thing chips up stuff.
Yeah, it does a pretty good job.
It does.
I don't know if it's supposed to take one that big. Is that supposed to be smoking?
Sure. Stuck now. Oops. Probably shouldn't reach in here.
hadn't had a chance to use it yet.
Yes.
You got a box blade for the tractor.
Yep. The Judge has a box blade. It's a 4 foot wide. What a box blade is, you put it on the back of your tractor and it has a lever that can go up and down like a 3-point attachment would be. And you just raise and lower this really heavy box looking thing that have spikes that you can put down or lift them up so that you could drag this thing behind, and it really gives you a good level grade like what's behind us here. I did this all week and it's ready for grass seed now. We went out and bought some seed yesterday evening, and so we got rye and tall fescue. The fescue is going to be a perennial, and the rye is just to like green it up and like get some nitrogen in the soil once we cut it during the when it warms up after winter. Box blade I am just amazed with. I can't tell you how excited I didn't think that was going to be that big a deal. I figured like you could use the loader on the front of the tractor and push the dirt around and like, you know, lay it flat and go in reverse and just drag it, but that box blade is killer. That thing is just on another level of awesome. There was a really awkward section on the property where the slope kind of went up like this and then it abruptly just went flat. And I went at it with that thing for about an hour and probably tore up a good area, I don't know, maybe 60 feet by 20 feet.
Yep.
And now it's just like a really nice grade. Yep. My box blade was a huge success, and these are great. These hooks, you could rip up the dirt and then smooth it out, and they easily just come up and drop down. When it's at the right height, it drops down. I thought they wouldn't stay in place like that, but they do. Here's the end result. Look at this. My feet are actually making footprints. Very nice. So we went from soil that looked like this. I mean, can you even... let's find something. I mean, this is the soil. Like, ugh. Ugh. To this. So that's all improved. We're going to seed that. And just, you know, making the property look a little bit more natural. This property, we believe, is at least has a history of 2 homes already.
Speaking of history.
Yeah.
If you've been following, you know that we dug up a bit of a mystery, and it's been a hole that we've been wanting to look into a little bit more, and I've spent some time, and then today John joined me with the backhoe and we were able to really dig into that area and found some pretty cool stuff. See, look, that's how it was used. It's like rough edge brick.
Maybe they got them on sale. Like that's
really what it seems like.
That's not even a joke. Maybe it's just like broken bricks from...
They're all broken, but that's how they were used. It comes apart pretty easy. Final conclusion. It's a fireplace. That is my final guess here. Because I took out a bunch of bricks right here already, where this dirt is. I showed that in the last video, I think. And then this is a brick right here. And then these are all bricks, all bricks. This brick is a different direction, like it's the edge. And then there's mortar on top of all of this. Like the brick was laid and then the mortar was put on top, because these bricks are not good quality bricks at all. Most of them are just pieces of brick. It's like they bought the the cheapest lot they could to build this. But see how that whole thing's coming up? It's all one big piece, and it just breaks apart. And then around the edges here, like right here, this rock was mortared down. This one has mortar in between it, and I wanted to show you all the bricks that we found. I scrubbed one off. This is what they look like. Look at how crude they are. They're just really, they look like they're pretty much hand formed. This rock right here was on the edge there next to this rock. I've been trying to dig out. I've gotten all of the bricks except for down here, and the bricks went all the way over to here. There was like probably 10 rows, and then the big rock, the first thing that we found, was right here. And it's about a, I don't know.
That's a 6-foot rock. Maybe more.
I think 7 or 8.
Yeah.
7 or 8 feet wide. And then there were these big rocks on the sides of it. So it was a big fireplace. Very big. And it was definitely a fireplace. This is the bottle that we found today. And it's just a seafoam color. On the bottom it says, let's see, what does it say? J, L, and C, O, L, D, G. And it has a 10 in the middle. And then on the other side, it says 1901. Which is pretty cool that it's that old. And I believe it has a cork in it. It looks like a cork. It might just be dirt. But that was super cool. And we found a bunch of this plate. It has a pretty interesting design on it. It's like wheat or something. But what was really neat is that I found the bottom. It says Charles A-L-L-E something. So if any of you want to search it up, let me know what you find, because I gotta finish making our video today, but I love searching this kind of stuff, so I'm sure I'll look it up myself if someone else doesn't find out before me. Another piece of glass that I found the other day, and it is a glass that was actually in the mortar of the back of the fireplace. And this one says Buffalo, New York. And other pieces of the bottle here, this one says Pierce's favorite something. It looks like CRIP space TIC something. So I'll have to figure out what that says and date this one too. Be cool to know what it was. And we decided that we found pretty much all we're gonna find in that hole for now.
For now?
Well, we're not gonna dig it back up.
No, we're not gonna dig it back up. We're going to fill it in with the box blade and the backhoe. I'll probably move things around with the backhoe and then put the box blade on. Because that's the thing, you got to take off the backhoe on the tractor and then put the box blade on. So there's a bunch of hydraulic hoses, there's pins and like all this other stuff. It's a delicate dance, and you can
Once
really
you do it a couple of times, it'll be more smooth.
Yeah, I mean these
them.
They're just not light objects. No. Like that backhoe itself probably is 700-800 pounds.
Yeah.
And
probably more than that.
It's a little sketchy when you unclip everything and then you use its like stabilizers to like make it stand up off of the machine that it came from. Then you have to drive away from it, and the last step is disconnecting the hoses. It's just, it's a lot of money, and you can mess up really quick. It's
like a limb detached, but you can still move the fingers. It's weird.
That was really morbid. We had a question?
Yes.
Okay.
We were asked what type of tree we moved to our fire pit area last episode, and it is appropriately a walnut tree.
Yep. I would estimate it's 8 years old. Probably 8 to 10 years old.
And we had a huge windstorm. We lost power this week, and our tree is still standing.
Didn't even budge.
The camper was shaking and the tree didn't go down.
Yeah. That's where we are, folks.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next week.
Say so.
Hey.
I feel like our videos are sponsored by Coastal.
Oh, okay. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another fun-filled adventure of walnuts and wineberries.
Episode 9.
Whoa! Right in the ear. Look at that. Look.
Ah!
What is that?
It's a ladybug. It's going in. What are you going to do? Get out.
First it was the stink bugs, and now they're the ladybugs, and they sound exactly the same. Ooh, imagine if it went in.
It was about to.
Like it was.
Stop.